Behind me is the harbour of Stonehaven, and I'm out on the kayak. Yeah, it is about 4 or 5 years since I've kayaked out of Stonehaven. So I'm going to go around to the point and see if we can catch some fish. As always, hopefully we don't get too much wind noise on the video. Otherwise it'll have to be heavily edited. Let's see how we get on. Thanks for coming along. Great to have you aboard. Let's go see what we can do. Another day on the kayak. Always a big grin. So the setup that I have on the kayak is another one of the Garmin Striker 4s, and I've just put it in this little housing. It's actually an old toolbox, plastic toolbox that I've cut down. It just makes a bit of a shade. So you can see, hopefully we're in about 14 meters of water, and there's the odd few bits, possibly bait fish, around underneath us, look there. So we're going to drop a lure down and see what we can get. That's the plan anyway. It's going to use this little rod with a sort of multiplier type reel, and just one of those which is what is it, a Cedra 30 gram with 2 hooks on it. So we'll just drop that down and see what might be under there, if we can get this untangled, because you know, Phil, it's always another tangle UK. So let's just drop it and just see what there is. Might just have to slack that off a bit. It takes a minute usually to get the braid rep so that it slides down easy. It's a while since I used this, I think. Yeah, I think we're on the bottom. We are. We've got a fish on. We have got a fish on. What on earth have we got? Oh, it's a mackerel. Yes, lovely job. You can come home. So, mackerel, I'm not going to let it go. It's coming home. I do enjoy eating mackerel, so they're certainly not going to waste. I'll turn the kayak around in a minute because you're going to be in the sun. Let's just see if I can keep my foot on the rudder, if it'll swing round. Didn't expect to catch a mackerel on the first cast. Is it the first cast curse? Will we get some more? I think so. It's about mid-July, and this is the kind of time that I would expect that we would get mackerel in this area. Stonehaven, lovely place, nice and easy launch as well. Let's just move the kayak around a little bit for you. That's better. I mentioned on the intro that I hope the audio is okay. So back in business, had a little bit of a tangle there. Somehow got the line around the rudder. I think that's because I had the line down and moved the kayak. But we managed to get it unhooked. So I thought I'd just use this jig because the mackerel can give you quite good sport on the jig. Now, what I'm finding at the minute is that most of these mackerel seems to be solitary fish, you know, individuals, and not balled up in big shoals at all. And I found that down in Cornwall, and I was speaking to people down there, and they were saying much the same. It's what we found when we've been out on real time on the northeast coast, is you get 1 mackerel or 2 mackerel. I don't know, they just haven't come into any big shoals just yet. I've known that you could drop lures down and maybe get 3 or 4 at a time. Haven't had that for a while. But having said that, we've got something on. Have a look at this. Again, hope you're not too much into the sun. Oh, yeah, horizon. Let's not mess around, let's get the fish up. There it is. Another beauty. Again, another one to come home. So why are they all coming home? Well, so as I've said before, I really enjoy eating them, so they'll be coming home, making a lot of use of them. Oh. That'll be a reel that needs to be washed off. It got it dunk. That's what happens on kayaks. So yeah, I was just saying the odd mackerel here and there. At least we've got a couple. It still looks like there's a bit of plankton in the water. I'll see if I can stick a camera in the water in a bit. Oh, there I can. Yes. Oh yes. Oh, it's going for it. Look at it go. Look at it go. Oh, I need a bit of clutch slip on this. Too much clutch, I think. Just in case we get a decent one. Yeah, that's it. That's more like it. I lost it messing around. Should have just kept winding tonight. Oh well. They're around. Just watching a few marks on the I'm lining up a church spire with a particular point on the harbour. So we'll come back. If they're more over here, we'll get over there in a bit. I do love being out on the kayak, you know. It's just so simple. It's so simple to launch, rig, get down the beach. You don't have to worry about parking trailers with the boat and stuff. You know, it's horses for courses, so you know, when you're going out with a friend, you need the boat obviously, and you get further out. But just for this kind of thing, an impromptu, just last night I thought, oh, the weather looks good, let's get out, let's take the kayak out, and here we are. Anyone out here? There was somebody sailing a boat, or you know, with a sailboat, but they were motoring. Fantastic. Just keeping an eye on the sounder. As I come up this way to that mark that I had, I'm definitely seeing more fish, so I'm going to go a little bit further along this time and drift back into it, get a longer drift over where I've been catching those last couple of mackerel. Teach me to faff around with a clutch and you've got a fish on, eh? Lost it. Oh dear. It was a nice fish, put a good bend in the rod as well. So far, all the fish I've had have been right in the bottom. I am seeing some marks mid-water, about 6 to 8 metres, so we'll just wind it up and down and just see if we can locate exactly where these mackerel are. Wonderful. Ah, yes! I hope you're enjoying coming along, and I hope you enjoy the variety on the channel. Right. Let's get that paddle tucked away in here. If you want to know what the cord is, it's just that the cord is lashed on. Probably need to get a better clip, to be honest with you. It's just come undone, but that's what it's about. Lash it or lose it. If it goes over the side, you want to be able to drag it back to you. I've got an auxiliary here, like a second foldable little paddle. Keep just in case. And you can paddle back to this and it's floating in the water. That's the plan anyway. Right, where are we? We're in the bottom? Yes we are. I can actually see that on the sounder. See the lure's gone down. Oh. Something's gone for it, yeah. I'm not going to muck around this time. I really would like to get quite a few fish for the freezer. I do this every year when I can, and it's just a matter of coming out, having a session, get some mackerel, and I gut them, sort them out, and we'll eat these right the way through into the winter now, which is really nice. Still catch them up here in the winter, further out in the boat. So this time of year it's just nice to get the kayak out, and get a single lure down and have a go at catching these fish. Yeah, looking at that mark, if it goes quiet again here, I'll know that the fish are more up that way. Each time I've drifted north of my transit here, the bites tend to seize up a little bit. Cease. Cease. Now on my last kayak video, somebody kindly mentioned, Phil, I think your life jacket, your buoyancy aid is bouncing a bit too far up. It's either too big for you or you haven't got the straps tight. I've tightened the straps up to the maximum now, and it seems to sit a little bit better. It's catching around the rib cage. I actually think the design needs a crutch strap on it, a bit like a proper life jacket, but I guess buoyancy aids aren't designed like that. But it feels like it'll provide a bit more support. I think before I put it on, it was just too loose. Yes, fish on. So I'm going to see how I get on with it, and you know, I may this sometime get a cord and see what we can do to put a cord on it and have a crutch strap on it so it doesn't dive up, you know, over your shoulders if you fell in. Right, I'm going to put the camera further back on the next fish because these are good fish. Good fish. Steady on mackerel. There we go. So it's another fine mackerel. They're good size, definitely good size. Right, you're not going anywhere. In about 15 meters. Just keeping my foot on the rudder panel to try and keep the kayak from you getting the sun directly in the lens. That's the plan anyway. It's quite a good drift. I reckon we've probably got a knot going north. Now low water today is around about now, so the tide will still thought we had a bite then. The tide will still be taking me north for a little bit here, and then can take us back south. What's going on here? They're still seeing a few little marks on the sounder. Lots of jellyfish, so maybe it's those I can see. What a gorgeous day. Absolutely lovely. Yeah. I felt it knock it and then it's come back for it. What have we got? Yeah, another mackerel. Nice one. All a good size, which is good. Send that one back down again. Oh, Phil, what are you doing, man? Come on, stop messing around with it. Oh, never faffed around so much with the fish. It's actually quite a big fish, to be honest with you. Steady, man. Good size, good size. Let's get it unhooked. I dispatch the mackerel. I don't like them flapping about in the box at the back there. I think it's only fair to dispatch them immediately. I think some people keep them in seawater, then dispatch them all together and gut them immediately and bleed them. But that's not practical on a kayak. We're going to have to paddle back up this way again, I think. We've got wind and tide taking us down at fair old speed. So yep, we'll go back up that way, I think. So really nice to see a few good sized mackerel coming up. I'm pleased with that. I won't show you everyone that I catch, but I thought you'd just enjoy coming out on the kayak and enjoying a bit of a fish round. Yeah. Can you see on the cliff behind me, Dunnottar Castle? That's just south of Stonehaven. So I was just about to up sticks and move, and noticed something on the sounder. I think we've got another mackerel. We do. Again, very, very good size mackerel. Well, let's just put that down again, because I think if I can see right here on the sounder, there might be something else down there. So I had wondered today if I should go to Cataline, because I've fished there quite a few times. There's some quite nice reefs there, and you can get wrasse and cod and things. Decided to come here instead, just for a change, because I've just not been here for ages, and it's doing all right. We're getting a few mackerel. Whoa! Yeah. Oh, you're into the sun, but never mind. Look at that. Light rod, single lure, single hook, off we go. Business. Taking a dive, and up he comes. It's great this, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. We've had some cracking weather up here in Scotland the last few weeks. It has been good. Some of the really warmest weather we've had for a while. I thought there was something playing with it. Just had a couple of taps, it felt a little bit light, and then Bob's your uncle, here it is. Yep, another good one. No, you can't go back. You stay here on the boat. That's good. On one or two videos that I've done out on the kayak, people have asked a little bit about the kayak setup. If you have a look, I think there's a playlist, or there's certainly somewhere where I've put some notes about the kayak, my setup. I've got a fish on. Fitting the rudder, because I fitted the rudder to this, and just generally how I've got things set up. And last time I was out, I did a little bit about, you know, kind of safety considerations. Oh, it's come off. Got safe tracks running again today. My wife's ashore, she's with Dee, and we'll be getting some coffee later on. You always got to have some coffee, and a picnic. So we'll have a picnic on the harbour wall there. Yeah, so she's got the safe tracks, so she knows exactly where I am, and knows exactly when I plan to get back in. So that's all safe. Radio's tucked away in the pocket back here today. So is that another fish? Something after it. Yes! Let's see if this one actually comes out. I lost the last one. And then another one jumped to the side just then. But yeah. That was a slightly longer drift down here than I thought, so it's going to take me a few minutes to paddle up this way again. All the time I'm just keeping my eye on the sounder in case I go over anything. I was just about to move, and I thought, oh, there's something down there, and up popped a couple of mackerel, so that was worth hanging around for a bit. As the wind and tide seem to be taking us north, I'm going to paddle south for a bit, and then put another drift in. Now I can feel the wind on my face, so I know that it's going to be making a noise on the microphone, so I'm just going to turn you off for a minute and we'll resume chatting when I'm stationary. Depending on how much that wind is whipping across the microphones, this may be getting towards the end of the video, because it's very hard to separate out my voice from the background surroundings. It can be done, but it's an awful lot of faffing with the editing suite. Oh, boy, on. We got something. Yeah, we have got something. That didn't feel like a mackerel. This might be something different. I know it's off now. It's gone nuts, so it's definitely a mackerel. Initially it didn't feel like it was doing anything, you know, and then it took off. So I'm not sure if you can see that behind, but the wind has picked the sea up a little bit. So we're getting a little bit lumpy. Go and have a little go around the rocks, see if we can get maybe a wrasse or something like that. And we've got quite a few mackerel. It would be nice to get a few more. There you go, there'll be plenty more opportunities. So I'm going to head over here and see if we can get some wrasse. Yeah, have to work with that. So I'm just closer to the rocks, so good fight. So I don't know, it could be coley, it could be pollock, might even be another mackerel. But it's taking a few dives. It's on the same lure. That's a mackerel. I wasn't expecting that, because it comes so much closer into the rocks. I really thought that it would be maybe something different. But it's another mackerel, and we're not complaining. What a big fat one. What a good sized mackerel that is. Oh yes. So as you can see, I've got much closer into the rocks here. It was getting quite a big swell out there. There's another kayaker just on the corner. I don't think they're a sea kayaker. I don't think they're a fishing kayaker. I think they're a sea kayaker. No, we've got a pot marker over here, so I'm going to keep my eye on that. I don't lose my lure on that. So, just so it's not all a one species trip, I came in by the rocks expecting to get something different, and so a nice little coley is something different. So where there's one coley, there's a bigger one, I'm sure. So I'm just doing a little drift along the coast here, just next to the rocks, not far off them. Quite a lot of depth. We're about 10 meters of water, even though I'm about 2 or 3 kayak lengths off the rocks here. So that's nice, 2 species. Can we get a pollock and make it 3? I'm about a kayak's length off the rocks here. Hang on. We just need to come back a little bit, because I don't want to get too close to the rocks. Slightly concerned look on my face there. The wind's coming just over this rock, so it should take me this way, away from these rocks. But we'll keep our eye on it. Right, got another fish on. I think it'll be another little coley. Oh, it's a mackie. It's a mackerel. Another mackerel. We've done okay for the mackerel today. Ooh, don't want to hook that dry suit, otherwise it'll be a wet suit. Let's unhook this one. Another mackerel. Just stopped for a sandwich. I'm going to head in a minute when I finish this. It's been great out here. I've got quite a few mackerel. I'm happy with what I've caught. So there's plenty there for several teas. I will get them gutted and sorted out when I get back. I'll do that off the rocks there. It's just a bit too messy on a kayak to be able to do that sort of thing. So yeah, we'll get all that sorted out, and so thank you for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed coming on the kayak.
We've had a couple of species, a lovely little coley to finish things off there, and yeah, very, very pleased. It's been great to get out. We'll come back out again on the kayak at some point. Don't know where I'm going to be heading next, so you just have to keep an eye on the channel and see what happens. So, bye from me, tail wag from D, and I'm going to enjoy my sandwich. Enjoy yourselves, bye.
I do love being out on the kayak, you know. So as I've said before, I really enjoy eating them, so they'll be coming home. That'll be a reel that needs to be washed off. You got it done. Mackerel, I'm not going to let it go. Another mackerel. So a nice little coley or something different. Yeah, how good is that? Little coley.